The movie is about three friends who are running a meth lab, operating a meth lab, and thus running a huge drug empire. But then they get greedy, and that's when things start to get fucked up and they get caught. If that's not how you remember the film, then I'm sorry, my dear friend, you are trippy right now. So am I. But getting back to the review, I thought Chiranjeevi did a terrible job. His was the most author-backed role, and he totally sucked at it. What a disappointment. What's up, Leisure Martians? This is Rohit Rana. You're watching Leisure Martini, and today I am reviewing the film Mathu Vadalara, which is a Telugu film, if I'm not wrong. The film is directed by Ritesh Rana, and it stars debutants Shri Simha Koduri, Satya, and Naresh Agastya. And if I have to read the story from IMDb, the synopsis: Simha is a courier delivery boy who gets peanuts as salary despite putting in a lot of hard work, which is kind of a polite way to say it. He has a salary on paper, but he gets like one third of it, like both the friends, because of reasons that are not under their control at all, as because they have an asshole of a boss. As Babu gets frustrated with his job, his friend and roommate Satya shows him how to get tips from the greedy customer, which is like, he calls it in English subtitles, pocketing money, not a robbery. Babu is reluctant but tries to put it
off, and his very first attempt goes awry. He's now left in a deep mess and needs to
clean up as. Okay, the synopsis reveals way too much about the film. If you have not watched the film, I am really sorry that I told you all of this. I just erase it from your head. This is too much information. Anyways, so how's the movie? Oh man, this is such a trippy movie. It's a comedy, it's a thriller, but it would be a shame to put it in pigeonhole it in one category, one genre, because this film does not care about those categorizations, right? This is a story being told, or a really weird story being told in a even more weirder fashion, and it's a ride from very first second to the last. I mean, it never lets up. It's one of those films, it really happens when you think the writer or the director has envisioned something, and every single second in that film or in that show goes as per their visions. There are no fillers. Usually, I think in 99% of the films, what happens when you are watching a film and when you try to think it from the perspective of the director or the writer, you can easily tell that, okay, this is a part of the story that they probably did not think about. They just wanted a filler kind of a thing. They just wanted this movie to last like 2 hours or 3 hours. So they're just putting these useless scenes. They may be entertaining, but they're not really adding anything to the movie. This is not one of those 99.99% of the movies. Every single line, every single letter, every single second, every single frame has a meaning to it. And sometimes it all comes together in pre-interval, sometimes in post-interval, sometimes in the pre-climax, or then the climax. Everything has a meaning. There are scenes. When it happens in a lot of thrillers, that there are scenes that you watch them and they're just customary. They appear just regulatory, or like, okay, yeah, this was a nice joke, or okay, they're building up the story. But then you realize at the end, okay, this scene is actually tied to the climax. But that's not what makes this movie great, because like I said, every thriller, every suspense film does that. What makes this film great is how it mixes up humor and thrilling elements, and yet you do not care if the jokes are good or bad, if they land or if they don't, because they are so organically put out there, because they are also furthering the plot. And it's one of those movies where you want to surrender yourself totally to the director's vision. You do not want to judge this film. This was what was happening to me last night. There were some jokes where I probably did not find them funny, but I did not care. I found them funny, but I did not find them funny, because I was like, this is this writer's joke. he wanted to make this joke. He probably knows the writer, the directors of the film, they are self-aware. They know that this joke is bad, but they still include it in the film. They still have their main characters utter them, because why not? Because this is the film, this is the character of the film. So there are these three characters, and the film itself, the script itself, the way the film has been directed itself, that is a whole character in itself. So there are these three characters, not part of a movie, but these three characters are part of this one overarching person who's kind of giving them directions, just like the main character Babu, when he's again, spoilers here, people who have not watched the film, please go away. When he's imagining his two friends after he accidentally kills off that grandma, and he's imagining these friends with him. He knows that they are not there, but still he's kind of borrowing all the ideas, all the tricks from their brains, from this guy who watches too many shows, Sherlock, Breaking Bad, and from this guy who's just plain stupid, but he's street smart. This guy is book smart, the Breaking Bad guy, and this guy, the other guy, is street smart, but he's also funny. And then there is Babu, who's a mix of the two. So all the three characters have their own traits. They're very different from each other. This nerdy guy, this street smart guy, and then this guy who has the best and the worst of their qualities. And you are feeling so what happened with me, I was rooting for these people right from the first or second scene itself, when they are getting their salary at their office, and their boss, the guy who's supposed to get 11,000 in salary, Babu, he gets 4,000, and his friend gets 3,500. Right from that moment, you're rooting for them, because we are all working class people, right? Even if we are not, we kind of feel their pain. We kind of know how it feels when you are shortchanged like that. You are being paid 1/3 of your salary. So that is a very basic way of having us investing ourselves emotionally in these characters, but it works because it's done in such a non-fussy way, such a natural way, that you just surrender yourself to the vision. And there are so many things which will not work probably in some other film, in a serious suspense film, but they work in it, because that's the vision. That is the only way things should have been in the film. That's what I'm saying. Whatever issues that you may find with the film, there may be some people who may find loopholes, who may find some convenient thing. I did not, because whatever I saw in the film, I thought this was necessary, this was important, and I wouldn't have the film without any of it. This is one of those films. So this guy Babu decides that he will also start earning money, like his friend who's Satya, by pocketing money from customers. And like the synopsis said, the first time he tries it, and he's such a clever man. I mean, he takes in all the money, 8,000 rupees, and then to pocket, he tells the grandma, "You go and fetch me some water." And then that is so stupid. And if it was some other movie, I would have been like why would any character be this stupid? Obviously the grandmother will know that when I went to fetch water for him, he took out a note and hid it. But then still, it's so basic and it's so stupid, but still it works, because you don't care, because you find it funny, you find it involving. It's one of those it's one of those films, you just want to surrender yourself. Do not find anything stupid. So there are 15 minutes later or 10 minutes later, there are 2 dead bodies now, and this guy has no idea what happened, dude. I was just delivering a guy and I just wanted to pocket 500 rupees. Why have I landed between 2 dead bodies, and then there is 50 lakh in my bag? What is happening? And then these friends, the nerdy friends, convinces I think I should not tell you the plot. Basically, so he goes back to that crime spot to just fix everything, get himself out of this thing. Obviously he is now involved in this huge drug mafia kind of a thing. It appears, and things are all going messy for these three people. But that's where the fun lies. That's good. What did I not like about the film? I did not like that, this, this, that. Yeah. So this is the list. This is the list of the things I did not like about the film. What did I like about the film? The entire video minus that list, right? So what would I rate the film? So the film does not lack anything for me. Like it's for what it is, it's a perfect product. So I would rate it 8.5 to 9 out of 10. It's not like I'm deducting any marks, but it's a great film. But yeah, it's obviously not one of those films that will evoke this feeling in you that this is the greatest ever film I have ever watched. It's a film. It's a film for its genre, whatever the genre is. I don't know what it is. It's a perfect film for that. So for the film that it is, it's a perfect. It's 10 out of 10 for the film within this film. But as an overall thing, would I like to watch it again? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe for sure. I would love to show this to my friends, to my family. So yeah. So 8.5 to 9 seems to be a fair score. Let me know how you enjoyed this film, and I hope I did not give away too many spoilers. I hate those reviews, and I think I have given just that kind of a review. I'm very apologetic about it, but that it is what it is. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again very soon.